Pray. Okay. Shit timeless. Yeah. Gotta talk to him one time. Come ride. So fly, so fly. It's a vibe, it's a vibe. So fly, so fly. It's a vibe, it's a vibe. So fly, so fly. It's a vibe, it's a vibe. So fly, so fly. It's a vibe, it's a vibe. Gotta get this paper. This is more than music. Gotta make these moves. This is more than music. Gotta take this risk. This is more than music. Gotta stack these chips. This is more than music. 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 This is more than music.
I'm living once, I'm living twice. Been on the road just like a dice. I take a chance, you take a prize. I'm throwing force while living life. Throw a scepter, Helen Keller. I'm in a Tesla, put a vest on. Baby rester, did my mess up. Look at lesson, no arrestor.
Gotta get this paper. This is more than music. Gotta make these moves. This is more than music. Gotta take this risk. This is more than music. Gotta stack these chips. This is more than music. 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 Looking at my flat chin, yeah, I'm him. Found me a diamond, got me a gem. Made a major play off my first 10. Got a dub with the fifth, so I got me a win. Had a chance, blew away like the wind. Let my nephews be my next of kins. Smelling up the joints, you boys skunks. Me and Pops used to sell tape straight out the trunk. The hustle now on us, it was in us. Go ahead, have a seat, let me school you beginners. And them haters still praying on your downfall. The worst risk, not taking one at all. For my loved ones, I continuously ball. Elevation of power while I'm climbing the towers. I'm here for the long haul. Get used to me, G. Don't leave me with your girl, mess up all the bed sheets. So fly, so fly. It's a vibe, it's a vibe. So fly, so fly. It's a vibe, it's a vibe. So fly, so fly.
Yeah. What up, what up, what up, though? Welcome to, what is this, episode 8 of The Lion's Den. That was our artist spotlight right there. Rell Cash featuring Lil Frey, More Than Music, off Rell Cash's mixtape All In. Streaming right now on all streaming services. You should go give it a listen. And also I will link the music video and Rell's social media in the description box of this video. So, today, as you can see by the thumbnail, today I'm reviewing Young Thug's album, SCUTI or SCUTI, however you pronounce it. But before I do that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to turn on notifications, so you know every time I'm uploading every week, every Friday to be exact. But you never know, I might upload on a Wednesday one day. Turn that notification bell on. Alright, so SCUTI. This is I want to say it's the 7th or 8th album by Young Thug. I might be off now. It's not. Oh, it might be 7th or 8th album. But it's the new album by Young Thug. Again, you don't know who Young Thug is. He's a rapper from Atlanta, Georgia. He got popular in the early 2010s. And if you've been following him recently, you know he was on the RICO trial for his record label YSL, which they claim that Gunna snitched on him and said when the lady asked, "Is YSL a gang?" and he said yes, but it was an Alfred plea. They couldn't use it in open court, so Did Gunna snitch? Maybe, but anyway. So, while Young Thug was, been following him in the Rico case, and also while he was locked up, he had his infamous jail calls where he was doing a lot of gossip in there, and he was locked up for 2.5 years. So I guess he really didn't have anything else to do. So, all right, but anyway, that's who Young Thug is. I would go into his backstory, but this is a review of his album. So UI SCUTI. To me, well, it is not. Well, this is my opinion, but to me, this is Young Thug's most personal album he's made to date. And what I mean by that is there's 21 tracks on there. Now, of course, he has his braggadocious tracks, and he has his filler songs, and he has some melodic songs on there too. But he has a lot of songs on there, personal songs that details his time while he was incarcerated, what he was going through. Now, I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I have to play the intro to this album, because this intro song called Ninja is a whole banger. Just listen to this intro.
This is the most of them. This is the one
I'm gonna fast forward.
that you see the shot get that, and no one's going to throw his cell. He is dangerous. And I normally don't do this,
This was
but I don't hesitate in this case.
That guy talking, that's the one of the prosecutors from the Rico case. He used it as the intro.
Respectfully, Judge, I believe if you give him a bond, we're going to have more witnesses in danger or going to be missing. I believe he's that dangerous.
Listen to his intro.
Yeah! Spider! King Spider! Yeah! Drop top rollers, kicking up no dust, nigga, you ain't know your shit. Big dog right there, fuck nigga talking about, bitch, I ain't hitting that bitch. No, look at it bad, you niggas ain't getting no cash, my niggas are rich. Look at it bad, you niggas ain't getting shit like us, nigga, we getting it. On the way to the...
Yeah, so that intro is definitely a whole banger. It's called Ninja. Now, the actual song is called Nigger, because in the hook he says nigger a bunch of times, and he goes, I'm calling my ops nigger. But in the music industry and business in general, you can't put a product on the shelf with an offensive word or offensive imagery. Case in point, 2008, Nas, my favorite rapper, his Untitled album was actually called Nigger, and Def Jam told him that he had to change the title of that album because they couldn't put an album on the shelves with an offensive word on it. And it's like that with streaming services as well too. You can't have an offensive word or imagery on these streaming services. So he rightfully so called the song Ninja. But yeah, that intro is definitely a banger. But yeah, some of his personal songs on here, like he has a song here called On the News featuring Cardi B, and the hook literally goes, he was like, can you imagine seeing, he was like, what would you do if you saw yourself on the news? And of course, when Young Thug was on the news, it was for the RICO charge. And then we all know when Cardi B is on the news, it's always for something negative, rarely positive. So that was the right feature for that song. Then he has a song called Catch Me I'm Falling, where he was talking about his time when he was incarcerated. And it's either this song or Sad Spider, where he basically said the guys around him, his brothers, he called them his brothers, but guys he came up with, he said they're the biggest part of most of his pain. And then he was like, yes, and then I think it might be on Catch Me Falling, he said, some of my brothers turned into rats. He was like, I feel bad because I raised them. And it was like, he got real personal on here. Again, he had Sad Spider, he had, what else? He had Dreams Rarely Do Come True featuring Mariah the Scientist, where he was talking about basically how he made it or whatever. Or like like he put in work or dream for or something like that. What's the other one? Yeah, he had Blaming Jesus is another personal one. There's one on here he was talking about his mom. He was talking about his mom was sick. He had been crying all day. I'm trying to remember the name of it. So that might be Sad Spider, where he said that. And he also has a song on here with YFN Lucci titled What Up Jesus, and I could do a whole video on the YFN YSL beef in Atlanta, but I'm glad to see that him and YFN Lucci hashed it out. Thug's definitely showing growth. So, and then his longest song on here is called Miss My Dogs, and that's the one where he was on here apologizing to everybody. He apologized to Mariah because it came out that before he went in prison for the RICO case, he cheated on her. I guess like a week or two before he went in there. So that came out. So he's apologizing to her on there. He's apologizing to Drake, Lil Baby, 21 Savage. Pretty much everybody who he mentioned on those jail calls, he's apologizing to him. So I know this album got a lot of hate, got a lot of backlash. People call this his worst album ever. You gotta think at that time when he was incarcerated, he was going through a lot, and he really poured out a lot of his emotions on this album, which is why I said to me this is his most personal album to date. So I'm gonna give this album, I'm gonna give it a solid 4.5 stars. And the reason why I give it that is because some of the filler tracks on there are just, he could have kept. Like, he has a song on there with Sexy Red, which is absolute trash. Do not like it. Fart all over that bullshit. What else? He has a song on here. The song with Ken Carson is okay. That song with T.I. is alright. T.I. does a little funny story at the end. But, he had a song with Travis Scott I didn't really care for. Song with 21 Savage is a bop. Yeah, I give it 4.5 stars. Like I say, it doesn't, some songs on there has replay value, but the overall project's not really worth going back and listening to all the way through. I think you give it a listen, you'll pick out the tracks you like and then just go from there. But the album's not complete trash. Like, people, they want to hear like the Young Thug from that intro. That's the Thug they want to hear, but it's like, he was locked up for 2.5 years, fighting for his life. He was facing 120 years if he was convicted. So, I don't know about you, but if I'm facing 120 years, I'm not going to be in there all cheerful and gleeful making party turn-up songs. Also, one of the songs, it might have been Sad Spider or Catch Me Falling. He said he was in there off of perks because he said him being sober, knowing he was facing over 100 years incarcerated, just had him all messed up. So he was in there high most of the time, just to not think about basically facing the rest of his life in prison. So SCUTI gets a solid 4.5 stars here at the Lions Den. Again, if you want to, give the album a listen for yourself. Form your own opinion about it. It's all good over here. Before I wrap up, I want to give a spotlight to a movie I saw recently. A movie called Shelby Oaks. It was distributed by this up-and-coming independent company called Neon. They also produced, I want to say they produced Talk to Bring Her Back, but that might have been A24. I know Neon and A24 are kind of neck and neck right now when it comes to putting out movies, especially horror movies. A24 and Neon haven't missed yet. But Shelby Oaks, real good movie. Brief synopsis. This lady, her sister was a paranormal investigator. She goes and investigates some haunted sanitarium in Ohio, and she goes missing. So the whole movie, the lady's trying to figure out what happened to her sister, and it's filmed in like a documentary style at the beginning, and then it goes to regular movie format. I thought that was real dope. You should definitely go see Shelby Oaks in the movie theaters. You'll have a lot of fun with it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here at the Lions Den. Just want to give you a brief review of this UI SCUTI album. Again, 4.5 stars. Not much replay value on there, but there are some songs on there that you can have a lot of fun with. And again, that intro is outrageous. But anyway, I am your host, Derek Timeless. Follow me on Instagram at Derek Timeless CEO 313. Follow me on TikTok at the Lions Den _313. And also, I will link Rell Cash's social medias and the link to that song I was playing, the music video. I will link that in the description box below. So with that being said, I'm your host, Derek Timeless. Peace.
Just take they hoes. I come straight from the ghetto. My big dog trapping loads. You got a lot of pink toes.